Hey guys, Matt with CJ Off-Road here. Today we're going to be installing an AWE exhaust on our 2016 F-150. Now this exhaust is going to fit all 2015 to 19 F-150s in both the EcoBoost as well as Coyote engine styles. The included resonator or resonator delete also has an extension pipe depending on your bed length. This is going to work with your Super Crew truck with just about any bed length that you have on there with that included extension piece. Now one of the cool things about buying this exhaust from CJ's is that you can really customize it to fit your truck's needs. Now what I mean by that is with this side exit exhaust, you've got the choice of using a resonator or a non-resonated front section, meaning that it's going to be louder or quieter depending on the style that you like to drive with. Another option that you can choose is the black tips as well as the chrome tips. This is going to give you a customization factor to really accent it to your truck and what aesthetics you're trying to go with. Now with that being said, we're not going to show how to install all these different exhausts with the different pieces, different tips. That would be way too time consuming. Today we're going to install the full exhaust system using the resonator just to show you guys exactly how to get it on. But if you stay tuned until the end of the video, we're going to show you exhaust notes on what the resonated as well as non-resonated sounds like. We're also going to be doing an installation on the EcoBoost to make sure you can hear what that sounds like as well as the Coyote. Now there's going to be a lot going on today. However, these exhausts are built extremely well and I can't wait to get it on. Stay tuned. So we've got our truck up in the air, but the first two bolts that we want to remove is actually on the rear section. There's going to be two 10mm bolts, one on the lower part of the frame rail and then one on the upper. Now what you can do is slide this off here. However, I find it much easier to just loosen these off, completely remove them, and then the hanger will just fall down. After we get those two out, we'll move on to the rear. Then we're going to go to the center section. As you can see guys, on most of these I've already sprayed a penetration oil just to make it a little bit easier. Ours aren't too rusted, but it'll make the process a little bit quicker. Use a 10mm once again on these and get them pulled off. And the reason I'm doing it this way is because I'd much rather fight with the rubber seals on the ground than up in the air where they can be awkward and in different weird spots. So we're gonna have to pull this off of there, but we'll do it on the ground and then swap it onto the new muffler. For these, I'm just gonna thread them right back into the place. That way we don't lose them. How about that, fellas? Okay guys, so there's two more bolts right up front. They're gonna be 13mm flange bolts. And that's what holds this all together on the flange up front. Honest to God, I wear earmuffs when I do this because if they are on there really tightly, they are gonna pop and crack and it echoes through the whole studio to where Bill can hear it actually 2 doors down. So we're definitely gonna wear some ear protection and just super penetrate on that with the oil. You are going to need to reuse this hardware, so make sure when you're pulling it out, you're careful of that. If not, you can go to a local hardware store and get the bolts if they do decide to snap, which might make it a little bit quicker for you. So we're going to go ahead and get it pulled out now, see what happens. Now to get this off, what we're going to do is do it as one section. We left one of the top hangers on, so we've got this all loose. We're going to push it that way until it pops off that hanger. I then drop this end down. This is going to be the front of the truck. I then completely fish it through as one unit. I've got Brendan helping me, make it a little bit easier. So as you can see, now we're just gonna fish it through. Got it, Brendan? And just walk it away. So the first step is gonna be to put your non-resonated or resonated pipe onto this front section using the factory hardware. Now since yesterday was arm day at the gym, I decided to go with the non-resonated version first here just to show it for illustrative purposes. That way I can pick it up and hold it there a little bit easier. Now you're gonna grab your factory bolts, place them through the backside and into the welded on nuts on the first section here. So I'm gonna get that one started. I will tell you guys, I did put some anti-seize on the nuts that are welded on. That way it went on a little bit easier. But this lower one's giving me a little bit of an issue. You just gotta line it up the right way. Get it started. They do have a lot of rust on them, so we're gonna go ahead and get those started and using our 13mm ratchet, get them tightened up. First thing you wanna do is slide your 3-inch band clamp over the front non-resonated section. That way we don't forget it. Now we're gonna go ahead and grab the muffler and it's gonna slot into both of the rubber hangers. This one here and then one at the bed cross member. If you do have a longer bed, however, if you have the 8-foot bed, you're gonna go ahead and use this extension pipe. So it'll just slide right on there. It's just this extension piece here if you have a longer bed. And we're gonna go ahead and grab our muffler assembly, slide it through the rear hole, and at the same time, slide it through that hole. Try and get these two made up while we're doing this. Now it's gonna be the last section. This is gonna be your tailpipe, what the tip's attached to. I'm gonna go ahead and put it up in this manner. First, slide your post on. And then we're gonna fight with it up top until we get it to squeak right on there nice and good. Like. Also guys, I slid on a clamp before I did it, so in case you thought I forgot, gotcha, but make sure you do this too. Now that everything is in place and you can see that it's properly seated at all areas, go ahead and go through and tighten down all your band clamps using a 15mm socket. Now we're gonna first slide a band clamp onto our tailpipe, and then we're gonna put the rear dual section for the dual tips. Slide that right over and all the way in. Now one thing that I am gonna do is pretty much I gotta kind of back up and look at this to see where I want the tips to sit. And then we're gonna actually mock the tips up into place before I get that tightened down back here. That way they're exactly where they need to be. Now that we've got these tips just about where we want them, we're gonna go ahead and tighten down that rear section using a band clamp. That way we can tighten up the two band clamps when we put them on out here. After you get that tightened up, use the band clamps on the tips here and get those tightened up as well. We're gonna show you guys what the chrome looks like as well as throw in the black ones and give you guys a picture of what that would look like. All right, let's start her up and see how she sounds. All right guys, so we just wrapped up the installation of the AWE single exhaust exit on our 2016 F-150. The install was actually really simple. The biggest part was removing that factory exhaust. It helped to have a friend there to just be able to pull it off as one section and throw it right in the trash because that's where it belongs. Now this AWE kit is available in either the chrome tip or the black tip on here. As you just heard, we do have two different sound clips. One has without a resonator, and then the one has the full resonator kit on there. Personally, I like the resonator kit as it's a little bit more mild. That non-resonator kit sounds absolutely killer if you're gonna keep this as a street truck or go off-road and really wanna hear that roar when you're rolling down the highway. AWE's quality and fit and finish are absolutely perfect on this truck, and I can't wait to do some more installations of their products. Now, if you guys are interested in purchasing this AWE exhaust for your F-150, be sure to check us out at cjponyparts.com. Hope you enjoyed that video. To stay up to date on our CJ Off-Road videos, make sure to subscribe up top here, and for any other installs, make sure to click the link right above.